Greetings to our esteemed partners, investors, and viewers of our channel. This is your weekly review of global news and its impact on the cryptocurrency market. You are welcomed by the RMB Group Investment Fund, and my name is Evgeny Chuperko. Make yourselves comfortable, and we'll begin this review. This week, three major news stories made headlines. Donald Trump stated that the US could use Bitcoin to pay off the US national debt. $34 trillion. For the first time in a long while, the Federal Reserve has lowered the interest rate. And BlackRock has signaled an upcoming massive investment flow of $68 trillion. And the beginning of pension fund inflows into the crypto market through an ETF, which has only recently started operating. Today, we'll break down how these events could affect our investments. And let me remind you that at the end of this episode, we'll announce the winner of the $50 giveaway that we hold in every review. So make sure to watch this video until the end. Maybe it will be you. And of course, leave your comments and take part in our ongoing $50 giveaway. One person, 3 comments until 23:59 European time. Just write the exact or approximate price of Bitcoin and maybe you'll be the winner. Give this video a thumbs up and leave your comments. We will gladly continue to do our best for you. Trump and cryptocurrencies. In a recent interview, Donald Trump stated the following. Let's watch that very interview and hear exactly what he said. And I'll comment on it.
But who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand them a little bit of crypto, right? We'll give them some Bitcoins and write off our $35 trillion.
But how do you want this to become more noticeable in America? How is this going to work?
Oh, it's going to work easily. It's already noticeable. Everything is moving forward. It's very loosely regulated. That's one of the reasons why everything is moving forward. But it's a different form of currency, and in the end, it will benefit the country. But if we shut it down like, Biden is trying to do, Biden doesn't have the brains to shut it down. Can you imagine that guy telling you to shut something like this down? He doesn't even understand what it is at all. But if we don't embrace it, others will. It's already a huge thing. Did you read that it's already bigger than any company in the world? I mean, if you look at the market, it's bigger than many countries. It's a very big deal. If we're not the leaders, we have people who are leaders. I know some of them, they're very smart. If we don't embrace it, other countries will do it anyway. But we can be the leaders, and we should be the leaders.
This statement sounds like a bold political declaration, but the effect, as they say, is obvious. The attention of the global audience is shifting to the cryptocurrency market as a tool of the future, which in fact has already arrived. If at the state level people are talking more and more often about Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market, that's a very good and positive sign, especially since such key figures and such significant countries as the USA, with practically every statement, are increasingly driving the entire cryptocurrency market's economy. I think that today, to ignore investments, to be far removed from this sphere, in both the literal and figurative sense of the word, means being out of touch with life itself. To not fully realize that the cryptocurrency market is truly a brand new and emerging economy, where all global finances are gradually and steadily starting to flow. And we are indeed living in a truly unique time and a significant place that will undoubtedly make some people very, very, very rich. When a tiny grain of sand is being inflated by the massive economy of the entire globe, of the whole planet Earth. And when there is a limited supply, the value of Bitcoin will truly be comparable to the value of gold, and maybe even greater, because new gold deposits are gradually being discovered and formed, while Bitcoin's issuance is limited and written into the code, only 21 million coins, of which a huge number have long been lost and can never be recovered. Do you understand what that means? And if not, then think about it. Give it some attention. And now, the main news of this week. The Fed is lowering the rate. It finally happened. This week, the US Federal Reserve lowered the interest rate. So far, not by much, but it's already a decrease after a long period, by 0.25%, down to a range of 4.425%. This is really important because lowering the rate makes money cheaper. Loans become more accessible, and companies and consumers get more and more liquidity. This traditionally pushes the stock market upward. And for the cryptocurrency market, this is also a positive signal. When there is more so-called cheap money in the economy, that money also flows into high-risk assets. And the cryptocurrency market is currently considered to be just that. Although the more risks there are, the more opportunities there are as well. The main thing is to be able to see them and know how to properly manage risks. Regulation in the US, the SEC, and cryptocurrencies. The second important piece of news is that the SEC has simplified the rules for listing cryptocurrencies. Now, it is much easier for exchanges and asset managers to launch their products based on cryptocurrencies. For example, as was done by Dogecoin, Solana, and similar ETFs, which were approved and are now successfully starting to operate. And of course, this opens the door for new institutional money, making the crypto market more accessible and transparent. At the same time, the SEC has published a roadmap for the regulation of digital assets. For the first time, priorities have been outlined regarding how exchanges, trading systems, and token classification will be regulated. For investors, this means less uncertainty and much more confidence that the cryptocurrency market is moving toward civilized rules of the game. Instruments for institutional investors. Man, I almost pronounced that word correctly on the first try. Global Markets has announced long-term futures for Bitcoin and Ethereum with settlements extending up to 10 years. And this is quite a powerful move. Major players now have the opportunity to build long-term strategies and hedge their positions. For us as investors, this means the market has matured. Instruments are emerging for many years ahead, which increases the credibility of the cryptocurrency market as a full-fledged asset class. Macroeconomics, BlackRock, and pension funds. The global economy remains under pressure. Things seem stable, but trade barriers, geopolitics, and slowing spending in the US create potential risks. But these risks do not apply to the cryptocurrency market. We all remember very well what happened during the coronavirus pandemic. It seemed like things would only get worse, and many predicted a crash, a complete collapse of the cryptocurrency market. But we saw a completely different outcome. The cryptocurrency market turned around and started to rise. Over the years, since 2016, I've clearly noticed that the more turmoil there is in the world, the more instability there is globally, the more it benefits the cryptocurrency market. Because the cryptocurrency market offers tremendous opportunities during times of instability. Every turbulent surge brings an influx of new capital into this market. And for the investors who were already here, of course, this only works in their favor. As for those who enter the cryptocurrency market, they never leave it again. They stay, they start investing, and you could even say more and more people are getting hooked on the idea that cryptocurrency is, wow, so cool. Why didn't I use it before? How complicated the banking system is compared to crypto. Crypto is the top currency. It's convenient for transactions, for saving, and even for growing your wealth. It's safe, there are no blocks, and there are many other advantages that the cryptocurrency market offers. And another important point, the head of BlackRock, Larry Fink, has repeatedly stated that by 2040, according to his forecasts and views, about $68 trillion in investments will flow into the cryptocurrency market. As a reminder, at the moment, the cryptocurrency market is fluctuating around $4 trillion. And he was referring specifically to institutional funds, not including traditional businesses at all. Which, by the way, are rushing in here very actively. This is what's called retail. So these investments could end up being much larger. In about 15 years, the cryptocurrency market should grow at least 15 to 20 times, even in the worst case scenario. So just imagine how much Bitcoin will be worth then. Even now, pension funds. Just think about it. Pension funds, I want to repeat this again. Pension funds, meaning the place where people's retirement savings are kept. You understand? This is the quietest, calmest, most stable harbor you can possibly imagine in our world. These are pension savings, right? And in the US, these pension funds are actively starting to enter the cryptocurrency market. Of course, it's clear that they're not allocating, 10, 20, 30, or 40% to the cryptocurrency market, but they're already starting to gradually transfer about 0.5 to 1% here. Oh, how good that is. A decrease in interest rates plus global uncertainty. All of this plays into the hands of the cryptocurrency market. Let's make some brief conclusions and move on to looking at the charts. Let's see what else they have to tell us. So, Donald Trump is openly talking about the US national debt and plans to pay off these debts using the crypto market. The Federal Reserve is starting a cycle of lowering interest rates. Money is becoming cheaper. The SEC is officially accelerating the inflow of institutional money into the cryptocurrency market. BlackRock and pension funds are starting to show strong activity and are moving their capital into the cryptocurrency market. I would even say that they are beginning to inject trillions of dollars. All these factors are creating a solid foundation for further growth of the cryptocurrency market. Moreover, growth is expected in the very near future. It's just starting to heat up. Well, let's move on to looking at the charts. So, let's look at the Bitfinex exchange. Monthly time frame. We can see that we still have about 11.5 days left. And then, the monthly time frame will close. After that, we'll see how things will be determined for us. Overall, as I said about September, yes, it looks more like a period of growth, and in general, the whole summer period, the quarter, was also a period of growth for us. We were growing here all the time, continuously. Charts tell the truth, yes. The most important thing is to know how to read them correctly. Well, the weekly time frame is still showing us positive dynamics, our bullish sentiment remains, the highs and lows keep getting higher and higher, so the positive trend continues. Let's open the charts and look at the daily time frame. Basically, in previous episodes, I showed this pattern. Yes, it's a falling wedge, a bullish pattern. It's working out well right now, it's already reached about the middle of its range, and overall, it still has a bit to go. Up to $120,000, possibly $121,000. After that, things will become clearer. But overall, the positive trend continues. Anything above $100,000 is a signal for growth, with the magnet being around $150,000 to $155,000. Anything possibly below $100,000, which I absolutely do not see happening for now, would be a signal for around $70,000 to $60,000. When the interest rate was announced, there were, of course, some significant fluctuations. The market was a bit turbulent, but in the end, the interest rate gave a positive signal for the market to move upward. Right now, it's worth relying on these levels, though they're not key levels. At this point, when the market is well heated up, especially since Bitcoin has shown strong performance, you can definitely see these kinds of wicks appearing. So, be cautious with futures. Set them aside. For an investor, a long-term position is preferable. If the market drops lower, we will definitely be buying it back. For now, I don't see any sign of a reversal, including for Bitcoin. Again, these are my thoughts and the actions I plan to take on my own responsibility. Next, let's look at Ethereum USDT on the monthly time frame, which also maintains a positive outlook. But the month isn't closed yet. However, the previous month suggests further growth. Here, we've already approached this level for the first time in a very long while. This level has been tested many times, and in principle, it has been successfully overcome. It's possible that after the breakout, there was already a retest of this level, and it might even continue to go down further. The price, based on all the current indications, is heading for an assault around $4,800 to $4,850. They might make a false breakout there. Since the asset is a bit overheated, they could push it up to $5,200 to $5,500, or maybe drop it a bit lower. It's also possible to see another retest around $4,000, but that's unlikely. Ideally, this pattern should play out to its full height. I showed here a triple bottom. This pattern is either a trend continuation or a reversal figure, and its perfect target is around $10,000. That's roughly where I predict Ethereum could go, after which it might have some kind of pullback or correction. For now, everything looks quite promising. Therefore, I don't rule out wicks. They could happen, even down to $3,300, but that would be a fantastic buying opportunity. I'm not talking about trading right now, but specifically about an investor's position. Next, let's look at Ethereum to Bitcoin. For me personally, the month closed well. We broke above the level we needed to break. Ethereum to Bitcoin is successfully trying to hold above that level on the monthly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we've also broken out, did a retest, are consolidating, and now should be heading to break through this descending trend line. After breaking through it, Ethereum should rise very rapidly against Bitcoin. And of course, in dollar terms as well. That's basically all I have to say about Ethereum. BNB, how many times have I already said this? Obviously, it's hard to go back and rewatch all the episodes now, but I've stated it countless times where BNB is headed. And now finally, we've seen BNB above $1,000. Yes, BNB has already reached $1,007. Just think about it, $1,007. Especially those of you, just think about it, who entered the cryptocurrency market around the same time I did in 2016, or who saw BNB at those prices. At those prices, yes, $7, $4 when it was there, $30. My first purchases were somewhere around 10, 12, 13, up to $20 or $30 for BNB. And now it's already over $1,000. It's just insane. The cryptocurrency market is finally starting to show its true colors. And of course, ideally, we should see further growth, all the way up to around $2,000 to $2,200. After that, maybe there will be some kind of correction. But again, no one has canceled those wicks. So we're holding our investor position in BNB until about 2200 to 2200. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll shift a bit into other assets. For now, everything is looking really good. BNB against Bitcoin is also looking strong. On the monthly time frame, we had a touch for the first time in a long while, back in 24 the previous year. We successfully tested that level, bounced off it, and now we might be seeing the formation of a somewhat messy, but still a double bottom. We'll keep watching. After breaking through 0.2095 and consolidating above it, Ethereum and Binance Coin will continue their upward movement. And of course, let's go ahead and pick our winner for the 50 USDT giveaway. At the time of recording this video, the price is $116,600. We are now enabling comments from Alexander Uso. $116,500 is the winning guess. Congratulations, Alexander, on winning 50 USDT. Please contact our technical support team to claim your well-deserved prize. And as for the rest of you, friends, leave your comments, and maybe in the next episode, you could be the next winner. It's a cool contest, easy, and it's fun that someone always wins. I've never won myself. Overall, that's all I have for today regarding the cryptocurrency market. Very soon, we'll launch an interesting new segment that I'll be happy to host for you. So, the tokens you mentioned haven't been forgotten. We remember them well. And very soon, we might release an exciting new video. So, friends, your support means a lot to us. Please give this video a like. Be sure to share your thoughts and comments. We'll be happy to read them and do our best for you. Thank you for your attention. Stay in touch and see you next time.